what drives you in terms of like is it that you feel a certain responsibility to the community in terms of your subject matter? You talk about Christianity. I love the piece about Thanksgiving. Like, you drop a lot of knowledge. And is that because you feel a responsibility to the community to spread those messages?
Now I do. I will say initially, music was therapy for me. I started rapping very, very young, and it was like my only kind of outlet. I think once people kind of caught on to what it was that I was doing, as me just, chasing my dream and releasing my emotions on videos and songs, I started to realize that there are, millions of people who experience the same exact things that I experience. And, maybe not maybe at this point, my pain points are other people's pain points. So let me continue to give them my pain points, and hopefully my healing journey, transpires to other people. But what drives me, period, is, like I said, I come from a dying city. I come from a very big family, like 16 people deep in the house. So a lot of my songs don't even be like for the world. They be for the people that I grew up with. Like there's songs that I've made, obviously I can't name which songs, that just are so emotional. And it's like, I was just trying to show my sister this before this happened again, you know what I'm saying? Or I was just trying to show my brother this, or I was trying to, you know what I mean? And there's just a lot of other people. When I made My Vote Don't Count, I was so upset about me being a black man in America and being in a city where I pride myself on being a contributor, to the community, internally. I'm not like a boasty person, but I pride myself in these things. And it's something as simple as voting that, I could have taught my people that I didn't even know, and I thought wasn't even important. You know what I'm saying? I thought it was just boots on the ground, making direct contributions. But no, it's like everybody can make a contribution. And I made My Vote Don't Count for the city of Dayton. You know what I'm saying? I had a follow-up ready. I was like, I don't want to get pigeonholed, stuck in this political stuff. Yeah. I made that song. I had a banger ready. You know what I'm saying? I didn't even drop it because the song got so big. I didn't expect to be on Oprah and Steve Harvey with that song. Like, that was like, all right, get that out the way. But I think that's just kind of how it happens is, I express my pain and people pick it up.
Hey, comrades, if you are enjoying the episode, join the conversation. Like, subscribe, leave a comment below. Don't get yourself blocked. Keep it clean.
I've seen a lot of social experiments gone wrong in classrooms where the teacher will say, hey, you know what? We're going to learn about slavery. All the blacks over here. All the whites. I mean, that's the wrong way to do it, obviously. And then they get, sanctioned and kicked off, being a teacher. But when you think about being 5 years old or 8 years old, how do you teach someone at that age about the differences and racism and things that are going on that should motivate everybody to vote and be a contributing member to the society? How do you think that could take place?
I think they just have to know how the system works. I think because once you understand that voting is so foundational to everyday life, you kind of know that it's your civic duty to do it anyway. It becomes a thing where if I don't contribute, then I'm accepting whatever comes. And it's not just in the economic space or in a racism space. It's in so many, every space, you know what I mean? In a television space, in criminal justice, everybody, people got cousins that's locked up that took the street route, or, you know what I'm saying? They just now legalizing marijuana, but you got people still, you know what I'm saying, doing 30 years for that from years ago, you know what I mean, that they got, hopefully they get free because of the laws changing. But, it's probably a new marijuana right now, you know what I'm saying? Not literally, but you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Something that's in that is being over criminalized, you know what I'm saying? So I think once they understand how the system works, and this is why that occurs, and that's why that occurs, and this is why they took this out to school, and this is why, you know what I'm saying, your mom went to jail, or this is why, then the kids are like, oh, okay, well, I have to vote. They'll know, but they have to learn, early on so that they know that that's their civic duty. And I think that's never been done before, is where kids grew up in an actual education system knowing how, not about to say forget politics, but not forget politics, but we're talking about so many different spaces like literacy. And, like we're not learning things that's actually going to be you know, that's going to be transformational to our communities and to our everyday lives. So I think we got to start teaching a lot of stuff way earlier, credit scores and taxes. And,
Oh, yes.
You know what I'm saying? Because we growing up in a system and learning basics that are not even actually basics. You know what I'm saying? And then we going out into the world and figuring it out the hard way. You know what I mean? So hopefully, or not hopefully, we doing the work. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. But like even after I made the song, it took me probably like 2 more years before I even heard of that. You know what I'm saying? So that just lets you know that that's somebody who, you know what I'm saying, is over food safety and might actually want to do something for the Black community, but let them get passionate about it and see how many people show up to vote for them. They'll lose their spot in a heartbeat. You know what I'm saying? You got to think at the end of the day, as a politician, that is a paid job. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So you're talking about somebody's actual livelihood, how they feed their family. You can't, you really can't expect them to be so radical for you and you not showing up to vote for them. You know what I'm saying?
So you think it's somewhat by design to have people to be too distracted?
Of course, it's some by design. That you know, like even when you look back to the literacy test back when we first was even trying to vote, and now you know it's even the terms and you know the terminology for everything is so complex. It's almost legalese to even figure out who to vote for and what they stand for. So it's definitely by design, and it definitely needs to be simplified. But I think at this point, it's a little bigger than that. I think we're actually in a place where it's conditioned now. We're actually conditioned to not care about it. You know what I'm saying? And then it being complex makes it even more difficult to get passionate about caring for it. But I, at this point, I think I would almost say they got us where they wanted us. You know what I mean?